Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
assholeconsulting.com. You got questions, we got answers as long as you got money. Dear Aaron, my name is Patrick. I'm writing you to get your opinion and any advice you have on my plan for the next few years because I'm ending my enlistment in the United States Marine Corps in July. I've read your books, trying to implement a lot of your advice, but I'm at a crossroads for what to do when I get out of the military. My plan is, when I leave California where I'm stationed, I'm going to be moving to Dallas, Texas, and crashing at my sister's place rent-free for a couple of months. Give me time to find gainful employment. I'm originally from the south side of Chicago, but I have absolutely no intention of ever going back to that shithole, even though my parents insist on. Yeah, misery loves company. That's what that is right there. But the biggest quandary I'm facing is what to start first when I'm out. I plan on taking your advice of starting a side business while I'm at school and throughout life. I plan on running a car mechanic business out of my garage. I have a lot of experience fixing and modifying cars, and it's a hobby of mine. I love drinking. I love driving. I love driving and working on cars. It is going to be good supplemental income while I'm at school and working. Also, the tax breaks from running a mechanic business will help with my hobby as well. But as a career, I plan on going into medicine with the end goal of becoming a physician's assistant. Medicine has always been an interesting subject to me, and both my parents are in the medical field, which is probably what steered me towards liking this topic so much. I just don't know where to start and would like your input on it. As a part of me wants to just start with going to trade school to be a certified mechanic and get better at it, and then go to college and can run my side job to have an income while I go to school. But my parents are very traditional and want me to go to college and get my degree and start. Well, are they going to pay for it? Are they going to pay for it? If they're not, tell them to fuck off. I know you love you. I know, but you're a Marine. You've done pretty damn well. I like all your ideas here. You're not making bad decisions. But don't. Your parents have nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this. I'm glad they kind of channeled you towards becoming a physician's assistant, but you're doing fine just on your own. But if I do, then I don't think I will have time to go become a certified mechanic. In my mind, my way seems to be a smart approach to dealing with it. College is going to be the only semi-challenging part because when I was in high school, I never took an interest in school because my boring teachers couldn't keep me mentally engaged. I took your advice from Curse of the High IQ and got my IQ test and found out I scored 130. So at least I know I wasn't me being stupid. No, it's not you being stupid. It's your teachers being stupid. That's the problem. And that's not me hating teachers. That is an accurate diagnosis of the problem with schools, is you have dumb or very average intelligent teachers. It was just the lack of mental engagement at school, but I digress. Also to note, I'm leaving the military debt-free, owning both my cars outright, and about $7,000 in savings, so I have enough of a buffer to look for a good job instead of just taking the first one that's available to me because I need the money. With the GI Bill, I can get 4 years of schooling free. Not to mention there are many veteran education programs available for me to utilize after the GI Bill has ran out, so I plan on completing both my education goals relatively debt-free, if not completely. Any advice on starting the business and which choice to go with first would be greatly appreciated. Thanks and have a good one. If you could do this in a video response, that'd be great. Okay, here's the deal. I will agree with your folks in that between the two careers, which are both fine, the physician's assistant just blows out being a mechanic out of the water. It's not physically demanding as a mechanic, so like when you get older, it's like, I can't turn, that doesn't affect you. It pays six figures because there's just that much demand. This doesn't say mechanic doesn't pay, but it's also simpler. I asked you if you had a garage and tools. You say, yes, I do. And charitably, it sounds like your sister's going to let you work out of her garage. And that's another hurdle, but you're not going to live with your sister forever. You're going to have to find your own damn garage. There's all this infrastructure stuff and investment that comes along with becoming a mechanic. Whereas, even though it may take 6 years because you got to get a master's to become a physician's assistant, it's, quote, short, but sweet, boom, you're employed. This does not mean I don't like the fact of you becoming a mechanic, but you should do it in a way that allows you, with the primary goal, understand, is to becoming a physician's assistant. So here's what I'm going to recommend you do, and it's going to depend on what your educational options are down in Dallas. Ideally, you'd find a program to become a physician's assistant master's program. You would find out that you could go to a 4-year college, but this 4-year college would also honor and recognize credits you got if you went to a community college or a tech college. And if you could find that place where you start as a tech college or a community college, and it has a mechanic program that you could minor in, something you could pursue on the side and fill up some prerequisites, that would allow you to learn or maybe make some advancement towards getting your mechanic certification. All right? At the same time, all those credits you take would be put towards getting your master's in health or whatever it is that you got to get to become a physician's assistant. That's in the ideal world. What probably exists is there's a trade school where it'd be debatable whether any classes you took there would transfer credit-wise to your long-term goal of getting a master's in health or medicine that would allow you to achieve both aims at the same time. But I'm fearing that unless there's a lot of educational opportunities out there and a lot of state schools, your pursuit of becoming a certified mechanic is not going to fully apply and help you achieve the same goal of becoming a physician's assistant. So ideally you'd find a place where it would, but if that is not the case, I put more emphasis on becoming the physician's assistant, and this is the reason why. You don't have the facilities, you don't have the gear, and you do not have the time, especially if you're going to college for a serious STEM field like that, to be running a full-time mechanic shop. And I know you like it, I know you enjoy it, but you're not going to have the time to do both of these. And when I say like run a side gig, this doesn't mean it moots you or prevents you from running your side gig. But it's not like I want to be an astronaut and I want to be a CPA. Those are two really engaging. You don't have enough days or hours in the day. And it's kind of the same thing. You're either going to run a mechanic shop or you're going to become a physician's assistant. You do not have time to do both. So since the physician's assistant is the better of the two, and is your long-term goal anyway, I would, unless convenient, not even bother going to become a certified mechanic. You would run it out of your sister's garage, and what was your name again? Where to go? Patrick's shop. Little website, Patrick set up cards, and you fix people's cars on the side. Because you already have the ability, the skills, and the talent. I think then, my limited mechanical working, everything I taught myself has been on YouTube. So if you've already got the skills, I don't know how much becoming a certified mechanic would become. So what I would do, use the GI Bill, go to college, probably full-time, on the side, run your mechanic business. If you can find some kind of other part-time work or part-time hustle, okay. But I would not go to mechanic school unless it helps you get your master's degree. You make a little bit of scratch on the side with the tools you have, operating out of your sister's garage. Down the road, you go find a place where you can have a garage and you can work on people's cars according to your landlord. If that grows and makes bigger and bigger money, cool, no problem. Then you kind of got your side hustle going on while you're going to school full-time. Or maybe the mechanic thing really takes off, you go to school part-time, make some good money, you save up for that. But honestly, don't mess with the original formula of the GI Bill that the taxpayers gave you. Go and get your education. Become a physician's assistant. That'd be your first and primary. Work on the side as a mechanic. Fine, cool, make even more money. All right. All of a sudden, you find out you have a knack for it. You're a natural, and you're going to make way more money than $100,000 working as a mechanic. You just really love it. Okay, fine, but do not invest your time or money into becoming a certified mechanic if you're only going to do that for a couple years and then you're going to go become a physician's assistant. Take the skills you have now, help out buddies, help out your sister, help out your sister's friends, make some business cards and all that. Or here's another thing, go work at a mechanic shop. Go be a mechanic part-time for some, wherever, Bob's Auto. And then, you may not be a certified mechanic, but you can go and help out and say, yeah, I worked in the military, I got all this other stuff. That'd be another daytime gig that you could do to help supplement your income and pay your rent. But I would not detract too far away especially with setting up a business where you actually got to buy a shop and pay tax. Fuck that shit. You don't have time for that. Go become a physician's assistant and use your mechanical ability to help you do that. But do not sacrifice becoming a physician's assistant to pursue becoming a certified mechanic if it is or it maybe is not going to pay off in the long run. Anyway, those are my insights. Hope that helped out. We'll catch you kids later. Tools.